Yeah, this your boy Drumma Boy, aka D-Boy Fresh, rocking right here with Hip Hop 1987. We beneficial. Hey, yeah, boy.
Shout my hip hop since 1987, niggas. Hip hop since 1987.com.
You know what it is, your man Eldorado, and this edition of Behind the Beats is with Grammy-nominated producer, Drumma Boy. What's going on, good brother? How you doing today, man?
Chilling, man. You know what I'm saying?
Now we live right now, Patchwork Studios. You know, I understand you got a lot of things going on as far as 2014 is concerned, so we're definitely going to get into that. But before we get into the now, we got to talk about the things that got you to where you are, you know, like your production career, you know, what actually got you into production. Now, for those who do not know, you're from Memphis, Tennessee, but as I gave mention to, we're here in Atlanta, Georgia. So what exactly brought you to Atlanta?
I mean, you know, Atlanta was a city of opportunity, you know what I'm saying? Atlanta was one of the few cities in the South that everybody could kind of flock to no matter where you was from and kind of get on. You know what I'm saying? In Memphis, you can't do that. Like in Oakland, you can't do that. Detroit, certain cities, you know what I mean? Like you couldn't do that. You can go to LA and kind of, you know what I'm saying, if you already got your things going for yourself, or people who don't have things going for themselves become stars overnight, you know, just putting yourself in the right opportunity, you know what I'm saying? But for me, I had already had so many hits in the streets of Memphis. I had already worked with pretty much everybody I possibly could in the city of Memphis. You know what I'm saying? I was on Tila album, I was on Gangsta Boo, I was working with Project Patton, 3-6 Mafia, Juicy J, DJ Paul, Player Fly, Gangsta Black. You know, and the list go on and on and on. Legendary Al Capone, you know what I'm saying? But Gangsta Boo was like one of the first people who you know, was just like, we stuck together. She was like really like one of the sisters I never had, you know what I'm saying, type of thing. And she would always plug me with a lot of cool people or put me in a lot of cool environments to be successful, you know what I'm saying? And for me, you know, success was always like a thing where you putting yourself in the right situation at the right time. You know what I mean? And taking advantage of the opportunity when it presents itself. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's what success was for me. And, you know, after working with everybody in Memphis, I was like, man, let me go to Atlanta. Look how many cats in the city of Atlanta need beats. You know what I'm saying? As soon as I remember telling my folks, I did some work with a group called U.O.E.N.O. You know what I'm saying? This was before BMF. It was a group called BMF, and I think it stands for Blackout Music. They had a couple artists, and it was actually the first Gangsta Grills tape that I did with DJ Drumma. Okay. So I got on with Drumma, you know what I'm saying? And then Block ENT heard the tape, you know what I mean? He reached out like, man, I'm working on a group called Boys in the Hood. You know what I mean? And right before that, you know, the first cat to spend money with me in Atlanta was Pastor Troy. You know what I'm saying? I did a song called Make 'Em Get Their Money Right. Make 'Em Get Their Money Right. And it was crazy in the strip clubs. And that's what, you know, kind of introduced me to the strippers. All the strippers kind of took me in as the little bruh. You know what I mean? And, you know, I would make money in certain clubs. And that's why you see me tipping. Because it's like the girls always make me money. You know what I'm saying? So you got to keep it real and, you know what I'm saying, and show love. It's not just I'm blowing my money. Like, they helping me make money. So it was a small little percentage, little tip. Bam. You know what I mean? And, it was a wrap after that. After that, White Girl came. Me and Jeezy, I had standing ovation in the street. You know what I mean? We had flexing. We had You Dig. You know what I mean? I started working with Rick Ross, doing a lot of things. I did Money Make Me Come. I did Here I Am featuring Nelly. You know what I'm saying? I did a lot of work with Blocks artist Gorilla Zoe, Young Jock. You know, we was working with everybody. I mean, it was just a check everywhere I went to. You know what I'm saying? Gucci Man, you know our history. You know what I'm saying? One of our biggest records was Beat It Up, featuring Trey Songz. You know what I mean? We should have had a goddamn video. You know what I'm saying? Another record we did was a photo shoot, crazy record. You know what I mean? We did Mouth of the Gold, featuring Birdman. You know what I'm saying? I executive produced a Return of Mr. Zone 6. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we just had fun. You know what I'm saying? Started doing some stuff with Birdman. Gave Birdman his first #1 with Money to Blow, featuring Drake and Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying? We gave Plies his first #1 with Shawty. You know what I'm saying? Featuring T-Pain. You know what I'm saying? Gave Walker an incredible record with No Hands recently.
Definitely,
you know,
a crazy banger right there.
Yeah, so, you know, I just like having fun, you know what I mean? And everybody who I work with know I'm very therapeutic. So it's not just about dropping off beats or whatever. Like, you know, sometimes It's about the beat and the chemistry, and really the only guy who can do that the best to me was Jeezy. Like, I would meet him at this McDonald's right next door to the studio all the time, and like it'll be a 10-minute conversation, sometimes 30-second conversation. Drop off the CD, keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm dropping off work for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? And we looking out, drop out that crack, keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? And then he'll call me back like, yo, number 7, I smashed that. So I know what beat to take off the market. You know what I mean? Put it to the side. Next thing you know, I put on for my city, on for my city, and it's like, wow. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, some guys, you know, can get the beat deliveries, you know what I mean? But for me, it's so much more energetic, and it's so much more successful when I work hand to hand, when I work face to face, when we can vibe, and you know what I'm saying, do your thing. Like, you know what I mean? We just went in with Meek Mills, you know what I mean? Incredible session.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We
So you gonna have something on Meek's new project coming out this summer?
I don't know, you know what I mean? It's hard to say what makes the projects, but as long as you start the relationship, you know what I mean? And that's the most important thing for me. A lot of guys, like, even with Tip, you know what I mean? I've been in Atlanta 11 years, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I met Tip when I was 17, and I didn't end up on an album until like 8 years later. So it's really about establishing and really being at the right place at the right time, you know what I mean, and being ready, you know what I'm saying, because I was presented an opportunity and I took advantage of that. I was prepared when that opportunity presented itself. Hence the 4 songs on Paper Trail, you know what I mean,
and the Grammy nominations that come
and Grammy nominations, and staying out of trouble as a young black man, boy, because, you know, Tip had visitation, so, you know, we had to get approved, and they had to go through my history and all and woo, but I was the first visitor, you know what I mean. He greased me in the robe, slippers, mom, kids, everybody in the family, man. Takes me on a tour of the house, and then we finally end up in the studio. He like, now it's your turn to show me something. What you got? And I'm like, man, it's just crazy coming from the king. And he was like, nah, man, you the king. You bless my boy Rocco with that, I'ma do me, man. And you blessing everybody with what you're working with, man. I want to get some of them blessings, man. Bless me. And it was just crazy like that coming out of Tip's mouth, you know what I'm saying? So I pushed play. I played like 30 beats. And out of them 30 beats, he kept about 21, 22. And out of those 22, 4 made the album. So I still produced like 20% of Paper Trail, which is the biggest album of all. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
So, you know, it's just a blessing, man. You know what I'm saying? On the Paper Trail album, I did What Up, What's Happening. You know what I'm saying? I did My Life, Your Entertainment featuring Usher. You know what I'm saying? I did You Ain't Missing Nothing with my live band. Shout out to Drumma Boy Live. You know what I mean? And then the last but not least was Ready for Whatever. And that was the first record he cut when he got out, you know what I mean? And I heard he had to change his verse like 22, 23 times because he was just explaining the story so vividly. Like, he was like, man, so he had to kind of chop it down, like, you know what I mean? But that's why it's such a classic, because it was proofread. It was revised and rewritten and rearranged and redeveloped, and like he really put a lot of thought and energy into that project, and you know what I mean, it's like, you know, magical just listening to it over and over and over again.
Now we see, you know, definitely the history of you coming to Atlanta, and just kind of shit, if you didn't come here from Memphis to the Atlanta hip hop scene, we wouldn't have many hits that we have today. So because of that, what actually got you into the production field? Like, how old were you, and when did you know that you had a love for production and this was a craft that you wanted to take seriously?
Man, I saw my older brother. I got an older brother named Insane Wayne, and he rolled with a cat named Jazzy Faye back in the day. You know what I'm saying? And they were both doing their thing in Memphis. Carlos Brody, Slice T, all the legendary producers in Memphis. Jazzy made his move to Atlanta, and you know, a lot of guys were seeing what he was doing, and you know, my brother would always come visit. So, you know what I mean? Like, I remember one time, probably like 11 or 12, walking in the studio with my brother and everybody, and it was just all of these lights, man. The beat machine was lit up, the keyboards was lit up, you know what I mean? It was just like it felt like a spaceship, you know what I mean? It felt like a real life, like, okay, driving a car could be cool, but like this right here is like, okay, I can go anywhere.
It's a whole new world,
you know what I mean? And I was already in the orchestra world, like, you know what I'm saying? My pop in the orchestra, my mom was in the opera, you know what I mean? So I just come from that background, and then jazz, the blues, Isaac Hayes being my mentor, so many, you know, people around me instilling music in me, you know what I mean? The church scene and all of that. So it was just like easy to, you know, be able to contribute to hip hop and like mesh the best of both worlds with what I know and what my fundamentals and my background in music, you know, where I come from on that standpoint. So it was just fun to kind of like dib and dab and start sampling and learning what sampling was and doing my history. I remember the first song that made me even want to rap or sing was Regulators. You know what I mean? I was like a Warren G and Nate.
Regulators,
fan,
man, that's a classic.
Absolutely, you know what I'm saying? And then Snoop, you know, one of my favorite rappers, Tupac, of course, the favorite rapper for me, you know what I mean? And then came Biggie, you know what I'm saying? And even, you know, a lot of people disagree with me, but even before Biggie, for me, I was a Nas fan, you know what I'm saying? Because I was always that cool cat, you know what I'm saying? I could relate, you know what I'm saying? I love learning, I love reading and being intellectual. But I can still keep the G too, though. You know, keep it cool, you know. And then we like have fun, man. You know what I'm saying? We acting, we doing the things on camera, we doing the things behind the camera. I'm scoring movies. You know what I'm saying? I just did a movie called Holla 2.
Yeah, big up to you for that, man.
Yeah,
Definitely big
absolutely.
up to you for that.
Featuring Vanessa Bell Calloway.
This is your second score, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, that's the second one. I did a movie called Chapters. You know what I'm saying? That was about 8 years ago. And then, you know, I'm working on another joint called Blood First.
Okay.
So Blood First would be my third. And then we working on a couple other things. I just did the Shoe Carnival commercial, the first actual national ad campaign for the Shoe Carnival commercial. Some real pop type, you know,
a whole new level.
Runway, home runway music, baby. We making it all, baby. Shout out to Vegas, you know what I'm saying? And we'll be out there soon. And you know, I just want to say thank you to the fans, you know what I'm saying? Because without y'all, we wouldn't be here. Without cats, you know what I'm saying, downloading all of the music and going crazy on the streams and leaving the comments, man. Continue to do your comments, you know, continue to leave your feedback. Let me know how you feel, you know what I'm saying, and what you want to hear, because, you know, we pay attention, you know what I'm saying. As much as you say, oh, I know my comment ain't gonna be read, or I know he ain't gonna see this, you be surprised what we do see, you know what I'm saying. And we have people go through all of the tweets and all of the Facebook likes and all of that and be like, okay, I think you need to shout this person out or show this person some love because they've been with you since day one, or they certain things they pay attention to that you can know that they're your, you know, a genuine fan, you know what I mean? So we paying attention, man. We here, man.
I'm kind of glad you gave mention to your background as far as your parents were concerned, with them being in the orchestra and different things like that, because your sound is kind of home to having like an orchestra feel with a trap sound to it, you know, the different horns and chords and things that you use. So what are some VSTs or different software plugins and things like that you've grown to love and use over the years?
Man, you know, I've always been a fan of like the analog gear, you know what I'm saying? A lot of my craziest sounds still come from analog keyboards, you know what I mean? We've had sounds that we've built in libraries for 15, 20 years, you know what I mean? You know, East West is always one of my favorites. We've been on East West for, you know, 15, 20 years. That's one company that has always delivered quality product, you know what I mean, and gives you a library of sounds that's like incredible. You know, now they're, of course, they got all kind of native instruments and stuff that you can use now. And East West has still got, you know, some products, you know, and sample kits online. So I'm still rocking with East West. I'm doing a lot of shit on Logic. I'm doing some stuff on the on Nexus. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, just playing around, like anything that's just dope. You know what I'm saying? Reason here, some I forget the other program. I be using like just different people shit. Like I go into the studio and they'll have like equipment that you can like kind of like here in Patchwork. They got a producer's room, so you go into the room and then you just use all of the stock or whatever. But it's really about the tweaking. You know what I'm saying? So it's whatever, man. It's like no limit. My own kit, they kit, your kit, his kit, whatever kit, man. It ain't, you know what I'm saying?
Now, we definitely gave mention to your Grammy nominations, you know, Grammy nominations with Tip as well as with Jeezy. And we know that your career is definitely moving in the right direction. I understand you're currently not only working on Jeezy's new single, but you're also working on your own project as well. Could you elaborate a little bit more on both of those?
Man, welcome to my city, unification process of Memphis. You know what I mean? We on volume 3 right now. You know what I'm saying? We got some incredible guys on it, man, from Lido and Don Tripp to Trader Truth to man Future, 8 Ball and MJG, of course. We just got Snooty Wild on the joint, man. Some of everybody on the project, man. Stay tuned. Y'all know how we rock. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Corey Guns, man. NY, you know what I'm saying? Showing love. And, you know what I mean? We just working on Welcome to My City 3. We working on the Blood First soundtrack. I'm working on another DVD called The Takeover. You know what I'm saying? We're doing a soundtrack for that. You know what I mean? Stay tuned. It's really just displaying the takeover of the South and how we got down and did our thing and got together and to come up. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be a lot of good interviews and exclusives on that. You know what I'm saying? And man, we're just having fun, man. We producing films. You know what I'm saying? We producing tracks. You know what I'm saying? We producing clothes. You know what I'm saying? And we producing sparkling wine too. You know what I'm saying? Got to speak on the Merino BHLV. You know what I'm saying? We got the custom bottle. You know what I'm saying? Check it out. DrumSquad.com, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's definitely big.
MerinoBHLV.com, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, where, man.
So what exactly are you and Jeezy working on? I know y'all have a good rapport and a great relationship already. So what can we expect from the single that you guys are working on currently?
Man, Jeezy like to keep secrets, man. He always like to surprise people. He want people to feel special and to feel it for the first time, which I can respect. The first time I heard Put On, Final Product was on the radio. And I'm riding down the car like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, and I'm listening, oh. And I, like, this is the first time, and then when Kanye got to his verse, talking about, I know so many niggas.
I remember the first time I heard that joint too.
I got so many niggas in the game, owe me checks. I said, oh shit, oh shit. That shit is a great feeling, my nigga. Like, don't let no nigga be too cool and be like, oh, it ain't nothing, man. You know, I do that shit in my sleep. Nah, that shit is a great feeling. Like, how hard you work as a producer, how much time and behind the scene work we do to make sure these artists got what they need. You know what I'm saying? It's not like we just doing this shit for the money. At least me, I can't speak for every producer. You know what I'm saying? But I put my life, I put my blood, sweat, tears behind these beats. You know what I'm saying? So when I get a successful smack out of the home run like that, I appreciate that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit make you feel good. Like, you doing the right thing.
Now, your sound is definitely still taking over the airwaves and iTunes as your you have 2 tracks that just dropped today on August Alsina's new project. So big ups to you for that. You know, big ups to the boy August Alsina. Make sure you pick up his album on iTunes immediately following this interview. But as we move, you know, continue to move into 2014, what exactly can we expect from the Drummer Squad and Drummer Boy moving forward?
Man, Drum Squad, we got a couple artists. I just signed a new 16-year-old kid named Tony. Plays the guitar, R&B artist, incredible voice. You know what I'm saying? Incredible songwriter as well. So he's gonna be doing a lot of work, writing a lot of songs, and just you know getting his baby face on, getting his feet wet, and I can't wait to introduce him to the world. We got another group called All City. You know what I'm saying? 3 brothers, 18, 19, 20. You know what I'm saying? So definitely stay tuned for them. You know what I mean? They coming. I got Welcome to My City 3 coming. You know what I'm saying? We got the Takeover project. We got Blood First project. You know what I mean? A lot of good things, man. A lot of good things, man. So, you know, I can't tell you too much.
I respect
you know what I'm
that.
saying? But we got the films, you know what I'm saying? I really been into the films, you know what I'm saying, and the TV side. So definitely stay tuned, you know what I'm saying? Revolt reached out. Stay tuned, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Puff, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the guys I work with, man, you know what I'm saying? And man, stay tuned, because I got a lot of motherfucking shit.
For those who are looking forward to stay in tune with your movement and following you from here on out, how can they go about doing so via social media?
Yeah, man. Follow your boy on Twitter, Drumma Boy Fresh, no ER. You know what I'm saying? The same thing on Instagram and all that, man. Hit me up, man. We out here, man. D-Boy Fresh. Hey, yeah, boy.
You know what it is, your man El Dorado, hip hop since 1987, and you are behind the beats with Drumma Boy.